I did play a little bit of Alan Wake, by the way. So
I haven't played Alan Wake yet. Oh, this is Keo and Sejun from the Bad Friends Binch Bros podcast.
Yeah. Is that the intro?
I guess. Should it
All
be?
right, what's up, everybody? That's the intro for the Binch Bros podcast.
I'm the Sejun.
And I'm the Keo.
And I still haven't seen Moana.
Interesting. I think we're a video game podcast, but we can still talk about like movies and stuff.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Moana?
No.
Shit's good. It's good.
That's what I hear.
It's just another Disney classic. It's definitely a Disney classic. Well, you know Disney.
It's a classic. It's a real recent. Can't be a classic.
Yeah, it can't, right? It has to be like 2 decades old.
I don't know
to be a classic.
Time limit. Maybe there's a time limit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's good. You should watch it. It's good.
Yeah, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy too.
So I haven't seen that. I guess that's a classic, right?
It's a Disney classic.
Then you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, so should we talk about video games?
Yeah.
So I don't mean to brush off of the Moana.
No, I'm down for video games, man. I love video games.
Video games it is. So I think, I don't know, I forgot to like listen back to what we said last week.
No, we talked about Little Nightmares a lot.
We did. There was a few things. I think I remember a few things you wanted to mention about it. Because I remember, unless we want to do another 30 minutes of looking through Little Nightmares and how much backstory there is before we even start the game.
No, we covered a lot of the backstory. We already did that, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there more?
No, but I could have swore. I don't know. I thought there was something else you wanted to mention about Little Nightmares that I wasn't sure about, but.
No, I'm pretty talked out of Little Nightmares.
Okay, it's a good game, but that's what we did last week. This week, we kind of just doing our thing. I didn't get to play much, June. I only played like Alan Wake for like maybe an hour.
That's cool that you played it. I didn't get to play Alan Wake.
It's actually not that bad. There are definitely like little jump scares or whatever, but they're not. I think because the graphics are not up to par. Like to now standards, it helps me like stay in the game and not be too afraid.
I want you to play through what do you call it?
Resident Evil?
Silent Hill 2.
Oh jeez.
And see if
you played that, right?
That. No, I never played it all the way.
Oh, okay.
But I read all about it, and it's Timmy's like favorite game, I think.
Is that the scariest one of all the Silent Hills?
And that's what some people feel.
Oh damn.
I've only played all the way through the third one, I think.
Is that the one with the no, I might be wrong. But is that the one with the nurses and the triangle heads?
The Pyramid Head is in the second one, and so are the nurses, but they've popped up in other games too. Okay. But it actually, the reason that they're in other games doesn't make any sense because of the reason they're in the second one.
Okay.
It's like this whole thing where I don't want to spoil Silent Hill 2 for you.
Yes, because I'm gonna be eager to play it right away.
It just has a lot to do with the plot of Silent Hill 2 that Pyramid Head and the nurses would be there.
Yeah, and it wouldn't make sense to be in other places.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's always Silent Hill, so it's not another place. Right. But it wouldn't make sense for those stories, really.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you about it off the air if you really want to know.
Maybe.
Or I can tell you about it on the air if you're not going to play that game.
I mean, I'll add it to the list, June. I have a big list. You have it, don't you?
Oh, pick it up from me.
Yeah.
Do you have a PlayStation 3?
No. I don't.
Huh.
So this is gonna be. I mean, I'm pretty sure I might have some friends that have it. So I'll look around in my area, June. You know, last resort. If anything, if we're ever gonna really go down that road, I'll ask you.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's. I'm sure coming out to California to pick up Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Is really high on your agenda. But
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, there's better things to do in California than just to pick up Silent Hill 2 from St. June.
Yeah. Speaking of, there's a Zelda escape room around
right,
California.
There is.
I actually looked up stuff like online on it, and I was gonna see about trying to like how to get in, and I thought it was gonna be like, just go in, go in there, and then they'll tell you how long a wait is. But apparently you got to book it like months in advance because it's already booked like 3 months already. You gotta wait till like August, I think, and then you and your friends can now enjoy the Zelda escape room.
So Zelda escape room, I've done an escape room once.
Yeah,
it was pretty chill. It was a casino heist.
Ah, cool. Persona.
Yeah, well, it was like puzzles. We had to solve puzzles in a room where we're solving for what was it? It was like
a boss mob or something.
We're trying to steal this diamond, but we're also trying to steal other money. And the way it worked was like, if you get the diamond, it's over. And you have like an hour or something, or a couple hours. I don't remember how long it was.
Yeah.
But if you steal the diamond, it's over. So you try to steal as much as you can before you steal the diamond. Mm-hmm. That was it.
Okay. That's not too... Well, was it fun at least? Or was it how many people were there with you?
So it was from my old work, right? So
yeah.
It's all my work coworkers, and that was about...
Yes.
It wasn't all of them, but it was a lot of them. So I think around... and their significant others too. So it was around... I want to say like 10 to 12 people.
I was thinking like 6 for some reason. That's a lot of people.
Maybe it was less than 10 to 12.
Did you actually do anything, or did like people? There was like one person that actually like did everything.
So I don't feel like I contributed much, but my boss got really into it, and she like took charge, kinda.
Yeah,
and it was really funny.
Yeah,
it was really funny watching her like.
Well, that makes
get
sense.
Super
right?
into it. Yeah, she was like, "All right, like, you go over here and do this."
Yeah,
it was awesome. We got a lot, yeah.
Because she's like already a leader towards you guys already.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I get that.
It's easy role to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, normally we didn't really have those types of interactions at work, but it totally worked out in that sense. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. You didn't have to pay anything, right? That was like business paid type thing.
Yeah, no, I didn't pay for the ticket. That was like a Christmas thing. It was like a Christmas party, and that was part of it. And cool. Yeah, a lot of people, like, I guess they bought like a bunch of tickets, and so like, if you can come, please come. Like that thing, because we bought the tickets already.
A lot of people went. So
yeah, I think most of us went. So that was good.
Was there any games you played this week, June?
Yes. So this week I played Injustice 2, the new fighting game that came out.
I've been wanting to pick that up for a bit.
Yeah. I've been wanting to pick it up. Did you say Nurses?
Ever since it came out.
Oh, okay, yeah. Since you brought up Silent Hill Nurses, there's no nurses in Injustice 2.
Damn.
But hopefully our nurse friend Jingle picks up Injustice 2.
Okay, wow,
That'd be
nice.
fun.
That's a great name drop. That was a good time to name drop.
Nurses, right?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But yeah, so Injustice 2, right? It's a DC fighting game made by NetherRealm, who are the people who do the Mortal Kombat games. They did the first Injustice. Mm-hmm. And it's, it's great. It's like most fighting games have the pillar of like, really balanced mechanic, like balanced, everyone's balanced, and then there is good multiplayer, right? Like solid multiplayer. That's like the two like pinnacles of fighting games generally.
Yeah.
And single player stuff has kind of been like pushed to the side as it went on, you know. Yeah. And the cool thing about NetherRealms games is they're on the other side of that, and they're like, no, single player is important. So they throw in a really awesome story mode in all of their games.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, it's like so you watch movies, basically. You watch these movies, really like excellent cutscenes, and then they go into the fights, you know, and then you play the fight, and you play as different characters as the story dictates, you know.
Yeah.
Generally, you play through almost like, you know, a good portion of the cast, not all of them, but like a good sizable portion, and then afterwards you get to, you know, jump into all the other modes, and usually that's just multiplayer. But Injustice 2 has this really cool multiverse mode, basically. So what it is it's you get these like different events, right? And they're timed all differently. Like one can last like a day, like a whole day, or even longer, like maybe a week or something. Mm-hmm. And then but some of them go away in like 2 hours or like less, you know. So like they have their own objectives and like different stipulations. So like one of them was on this like the world would turn upside down like every now and then. So like you're trying to figure out like how to do it.
Controls backwards or whatever.
Yeah. Or like there's one where your health starts off really low in the beginning, and then
so it's kind of like what is it? Like Overwatch, on how they have like their events. Like they had like May elimination. I forgot what it's called.
No, I guess it's not like that. I guess it's more like, do you remember when Overwatch had that one mode where all the heroes had like 600 health or whatever? Yeah. Like it's like that, right? It's more like that. It's more like wacky, crazy stuff. Not like the May one, not yet at least. I mean, there was one event where it was like you get to play as Darkseid, who's like a DLC character, but you get to play as him, and you know, he's really good. It's I don't like when they hide away characters in DLC, but whatever. Yeah. Do that in video games. That's like a thing I don't like about it. There's a couple like there's 2 characters that are DLC. Well, one sort of is. So Brainiac's also DLC, but you can unlock him by beating story mode, so that's fine.
Okay, that's cool.
But the other one, Darkseid, he's only DLC. And then you got your like different skins and stuff that's DLC. But you can also get the currency in the game, but it's like kind of hard to come by, you know? Yeah. So like if you wanted to play as Jon Stewart Green Lantern, you gotta shell out and get the DLC. If you want to play as, or get the coins, if you want to play as Power Girl, you have to do the same thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but they're just reskins of other characters. Power Girl is Supergirl, and Jon Stewart's just regular Green Lantern, Hal Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. It's just like skins then.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But the fun thing about this game, right, is so they have this whole system of loot in this game, right? So you get
classic.
Like, what is it? So it's like helmet, chest piece, arms, and legs, and like a weapon. Okay, and like, you know, some of them don't have weapons, so it's like a different thing. It's like the symbol on Superman's chest or something like that. But you get these from random drops, right? You get them like every match, pretty much. You unlock like almost every match. You unlock some gear. And it's like depending on the character you're playing as, it's like biased towards that, you know? So if I'm playing as Harley Quinn a lot, I'll get a lot more Harley Quinn gear.
Right.
And the gear's level locked. So like if your Harley Quinn's level 8, you might get a level 20 helmet for her, but you can't wear it until you're level 20.
Interesting. So like the characters have their own level that you level up on?
Yeah. So that's going to be kind of I don't know. It feels like it might be grindy because like Harley, like I play her a lot and I got her to level 20, but it took a while. And like there's characters like Atrocitus that I've like barely touched. Like, you know, like if I start getting drops for him, it's gonna be a long time before I get him to 20.
Yeah. Is 20 the max?
20 is the max, yeah.
Okay.
But and then the gear sometimes you get is epic gear. So they have like common, uncommon, and epic. Yeah. And so like a lot of the epic gear has like sets. So that's really fun. So like you'll get like you'll get like a helmet and it'll say like this is like if you have the helmet and the arms, then you get this buff. But if you get the helmet, arms, and legs, then you get like this even better one. And you get a similar
thing that I've seen in like
Diablo has that.
Like Diablo too.
For sure. And speaking of Diablo, this game gives you loot like Diablo. Like you are getting loot all the time, and
left and right.
It's really nice, actually. I don't know. It's hitting fun. That like what is it that like reptile brain part of my like I just like the like I want this. I got this new thing. I want that next day. And like it's really smart how they do it. Like sometimes they'll give you like I remember I got this like Harley Quinn. I don't know if it was a helmet or like it was some armor piece that like boosted tons of my stats, and I was like, oh, I want to put that on. Oh, I'm one level away. So now I have to grind out her level to make sure I can wear that, and
But as you're doing that, you're picking up loot too.
Yeah, you're picking up
like after every match.
You're picking up so much trash loot, and then you pick up a good loot.
You can sell those. I am taking.
You sell them for coins, which you can use to buy more loot boxes.
So they come in like boxes though. Is it similar to like Overwatch where you like have to go to a different screen and like hold X or something?
You do have to hold X, yeah. Okay, and but sometimes they don't come in box. Sometimes they just give them to you.
Like after like the match screen.
Yeah, just like a random drop. Like it'll be like you'll be doing a ladder, which is like a series of fights.
I hate hearing this, June.
Why?
Only because I want to pick it up.
Well, and this is what happens. So you'll be playing like a ladder, right? Which is a series of fights. And as you're moving through the fights, and sometimes like what I do a lot is that if my character is like level 10 and there's a level 15 recommended thing, I'll play it, because even though they're better ranked than me, like I have a feeling that like, if I have good enough gear, I'm pretty confident in fighting games that I might be able to make it through this higher level ladder than I am. But so as I'm playing through it, like around the third or fourth like fight in the ladder, like I'll get a new helmet that's like really good, and I'm like, and you can just push triangle to equip that right now, and then so like I feel even more prepared. It's like really great. The loot boxes work like this. So you have like bronze loot boxes, which are the most common. They're very easy to get. You get them from just about anything. You like every day. There's this guild system, right?
You got like quest or something.
Yeah. Like even your guild, if you join a guild, it's like everyone's input is feeding back into it. So if you look at your guild page, like every few hours, you just get like unloaded with all these loot boxes.
It sounds like For Honor's kind of like thing when they had like factions,
but way more immediate, right? Like For Honor, you didn't get anything for factions until like at the end of the season.
Well, I mean, like there's some events that they did to where like collectively in your faction you have to like get whatever, and then you get like steel or whatever. It was like those like little events.
And so this happens all the time. Like in Injustice, like I'll just check the guild page and I'll get like 10 boxes. And I'm like, what? Like
there you go.
Yes.
10 bronze boxes.
Yeah, or sometimes more. So you get bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Diamond's the highest rank. And the way the boxes work is not how I thought they would work. They work in a better way. So
interesting. Okay.
You can get epic gear in any of the boxes, even bronze. And I get epic gear from bronze boxes like often too. So I'm like, oh, sick. Like because I figured they would lock off that stuff for the higher tier boxes. Right. What it is the higher tier boxes have like a much greater chance. Yeah. So like,
it makes sense. Yeah.
Like when you open up a platinum or diamond box, you'll get like 2 or 3 epic pieces, whereas like a bronze box, you might get an epic like every
5% chance.
I don't know. It's like I get an epic like every like so often, you know what I mean, from a bronze box. So
does each like box have like 4 like
that
you get out of it, or like what?
So okay, so the bronze boxes I think have 2. Okay, you get 2 pieces. Silver, you get like 3. Gold, you get 4. You get like 6 with diamond, I think. Or 5 or 6. Like, so it's like that's how it works. But real addictive. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can tell. Like,
no, I like the whole random like loot thing is always something that I think. I want to say something I think that like a lot of like gamers like kind of like, especially now, because like League of Legends is doing it, Overwatch is doing it, like Hearthstone's doing it. Like that's always been a thing that's like been implemented in like a lot of games.
And it's cool because you're like when you play online against people, just matches like competitive matches or whatever, it turns off all the gear stats, right? Yeah. So you're not getting like the extra damage or whatever, or like and some of the gear stats get really weird, right? Like Catwoman, I think one of her things is like kind of like Tears of Denial in Dark Souls. So like when she dies, she comes back with some health. Nice. So it's like that's obviously insane. Yeah, that'll go away.
I'm assuming competitive, like depending on, there's like a season thing too, right?
Well, it's called competitive mode that turns off all the things. I don't know if there's a season. I don't think there is. I think there's just rankings. Maybe there's a season. I haven't really looked too much into it.
I think there has to be some sort of incentive almost, because I feel like you probably get like a box or something after like a certain, if you're still like high within like a few.
Oh, I don't know. Or something. I mean, fighting game rankings have always been there. Like you've always had ranked matches and like casual matches, because like and like the ranked matches like carry your stats, right? Like you see like this person has lost this many, this person has won this many, and like if you disconnect, you like lose stuff, and like stuff like that. So the ranked fights are much more serious to me. Like I got called PU 55Y today, because I ranged a guy who was just stupidly charging at me. And I mean, I was like, what do you exactly do? You're just charging me, so I'll shoot you out of it. But like, he called me that after a ranked match. I never get messages after quick matches, like, or player matches. Like, no one, whether I win or lose. Yeah. You shouldn't in ranked matches, but like you do, people get mad. But all the gear stuff's, but here's the thing, all the gear stuff's turned off, but the look isn't, so like, good. If you got like weird, like,
things like glow and move.
Yeah, like Batman. My Batman looks like he's from some anime or something. He's got like, like a mask that covers his entire face, and it's like got like glowing green eyes and, all sorts of doodads. My Harley Quinn has, her comic book hair where it's blue and red on the, or black and red or whatever on the sides. Not just on the tips, and stuff like that. Like, so it's fun. It's like you can like dress up your characters in a way that like you want them to look outside of just like the stats. But for multiverse,
and each one too. Sorry, in like their gears or whatever, it's like parts of their clothing, right? So like backhands, body, head, and like
it's like chest, legs, arms, head,
and they all have like different like looks to them, right?
So sometimes it'll be like
I always like that. That's cool.
Like it'll be like, and I mean they like, it seems to fit. It's not like you don't get like a weird cowboy style for one part and then like it's like in their style generally. So it's like even if you're mixing and matching, it doesn't look too weird. Like
it still kind of like matches up a bit.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything that looked like where I was like, what? That's like,
that's ridiculous.
Like I look like
Batman. Why would Batman have those high pink tops?
Well, here's the thing. The colors are another thing that drops. Like you get shaders, and that's different from the loot.
But that sounds like it changes everything. Like
it changes the color of the whole.
That's cool outfit. Too. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, so it's like you get like and it's multiple colors, but like they like choose what, so you can't like go and be like, I want his ears to be blue, but you can't do that.
It would have to be stuck with whatever colors it says.
Yeah, you'll get a shader that's like blue, yellow, and white or something for a thing.
That sounds similar to like Destiny's shaders.
Exactly.
You pretty much get those, and then it just changes the way the whole thing looks. Like it could be green, dark green, and like white, or light green, green, and white.
And then it just like fits. It like knows how to like color it in the way that like looks good.
That's cool.
But then there's like premium shaders, which are like the skins, like I was telling you about Power Girl, Green Lantern, Jon Stewart. And that stuff, like what it does is it's like a skin that you put over all the gear. So you don't see any of the gear represented anymore. Yeah. And the character just looks like a different hero. You know, it looks like the old Flash from the Golden Age comics or whatever.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah, really fun, like addictive stuff. On top of that, the game's just really a blast to play. Like it's faster than Injustice 1 was. It's just as simple. It's not like they didn't like make it all complicated or something, you know, add like 40 different features. It's like very simple fighting game, but like you know, there's a lot of good like quality of life changes. Like if you dash and you like usually in Injustice 1, a big problem I found in the first game was there was a lot of zoning characters. You know what zoning is?
People that you can't get close to. That are good to like keep away, right?
Right. So like there was a lot of people would rely on characters who had guns or projectiles, and they would spam those, and it would be just a nightmare to, you know, you'd lose half your health bar before you got in a lot of times, you know, stuff like that. So now they have this new feature where if you dash in, you can spend your meter. Like, you have fighting games, you build up meter as you play. So So like, it's like every time you get hit or you do special moves and stuff like that, you build a little bit of a meter, and it's divided into 4 like levels, right? And you can spend, like if you have all 4, you can do a super move, right? Which is just you push both of the triggers, and like if you hit connect with it, it takes like 50% of their life.
Yeah. I remember this.
Yeah. Yes. But you can also use the meter for different things. Like you can use it for, you can enhance special moves with the meter. You know, if you hit R2 after you do, you know, Batman's batarang normally, he throws a batarang. If you hit R2, you can make it explode like a remote bomb. Yeah, that spends meter. You can also use meter to dash in. If you dash and you use meter, then you can close distance, like the whole screen pretty much in one move without taking damage. So if there's people who are zoning, any character can do this. Yeah, you can just like
with the
spend
cost
some
of
meter.
Half your meter.
No, with only a quarter.
Oh, quarter. Damn.
Yeah, it's cheap, and it's like worth it, you know? So it's like, it's really turned around a lot of the zoning game. Much, right? Yeah, so you don't have like, you know, I mean, zoning's fine, you know, the projectiles are still good, but like, and you're not going to have meter all the time, but like, you're not going to have characters who just stand in one corner of the room spamming, you know, until you get close, get to the other side of the room and keep spamming, you know, that's annoying. Yeah. That's not fun anymore, but like, they've done a good job of like, getting around that. I think that's a really genius move, the whole closing the distance with 1/4 of meter, you know, because it's like, I mean, at that point you still have to do stuff, you know, but like you can at this point. And it's like, I don't know, it's very worth it. I really like those mechanics, and the new heroes and villains that they introduced, they're all like, they're cool, you know, a lot of them are deep cuts, some of them are, you know, more classic ones that like people wanted in the first game, like Supergirl. She's new in this one, but she's, you know, obviously well known, right? She got her TV show and whatever. And they play like how you would expect them to play, but you know, they're great fun. A lot of the characters from the previous game play either like if they're really good. Like I loved Harley Quinn in Injustice 1. I thought she played great, and she plays identically pretty much. Like they've only improved her in my eyes. Like they've changed things about her in good ways, you know. And I was like, oh, cool. Like her character trait used to be a bullshit random move that I didn't know what would happen. Now it's an awesome thing I can control, you know. Whereas Wonder Woman, they changed completely differently. I haven't had enough time with her yet to know if I like her yet, because I played a lot of the old Wonder Woman, and she had 2 stances in the first game. They got rid of that whole thing. They combined them into one moveset, and so I'm not used to it yet, so I don't know what her deal is, but I'll figure her out. I don't know. It's good though. Love this game. Yeah.
I'm very tempted again.
And that's the thing. If you do pick it up, first of all, the game, the story mode is like a good tutorial on how to play the game, because it's easy fights and you get to play with a bunch of different characters, and it's a good story. And so you like learn the gameplay through the story. It's, even if you're not good at fighting games, I think if you're a fan of like DC stuff, like you can get really into this game. And then, you don't have to worry about going online and getting your ass kicked, because a lot of the games like replayability comes from single player stuff, the multiverse, stuff like that, where it's like all on you to, you're not necessarily fighting other players who just know how to play this game so well that you're going to get dominated. You're fighting the computer still. And even if it's level 15 and you're level 10, the chance of you beating a computer is still better than some fighting game god, for across the country who's just like spent like 50 hours on, Deadshot and knows exactly how to kick your ass, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I like it.
Yeah, you would love the loot. I'll screen share with you later. You can watch how the loot system works.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely would like that because, it sounds very tempting. Very tempting. And it just came out.
Yeah, it's just beautiful production values. Everything's great. It's it's been getting really good reviews, and I get it. It's like the first Injustice was such a breath of fresh air for fighting games for me, like because it played like this weird mid. It's like simpler than Mortal Kombat, but it's like very still like complex enough for you to like not feel like you're just playing, I don't know, Smash or something, which Smash gets complicated too, but you know what I'm saying, like it's like more complex than like that sort of fighter, but it is definitely like an improved sequel in every way.
Cool. I like it. That's cool. I might might pick it up. Let's see. Is there any other games other than Injustice
that I played?
We did a little bit of Diablo. Like
we
right
played
after.
Diablo. Did we power level after our podcast?
No, unfortunately. You got me real close though. Well, yeah, you did pretty much power level.
No, was that before our podcast or after our podcast?
It was definitely after.
Okay, yeah, we played the hell out of Diablo. We could talk about Diablo.
Yeah, so Diablo 3.
How long did we play it for?
How old is that? A few hours. I'd say probably like 3 hours. And you power leveled me. You used your was it wizard?
I had first? 2 characters. I had a wizard and a demon hunter.
Yeah. First you did the wizard. Somewhat slow, right? And then when you pull out that demon hunter, you like really killed a lot, and pretty much got me up to like level 58 or 7 or 9 in like 3 hours.
I just love how when we play, because we were playing it on expert mode, which is I think 2 difficulties up from normal, right? It's like there's easy, medium, normal, expert, and then
Isn't it master,
but it was locked for you.
Oh right,
master
right,
was locked for you. So we played it on the highest difficulty, which was expert, and because my character plays like Torment 2, I was melting everything really fast. But you were getting XP for it, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. So I think so long as it was nearby you. And I think apparently to properly power level, you have to do rifts or whatever.
But you can't do rifts because we can't be on Torment.
Well, once we're close, we're pretty close to doing that. And then I could power level like anything else you want, because I mean, you did it for me.
Yeah, but like if you get a character to 70, then you can start playing any character on 7 or on Torment.
Yeah, no, 60 I think it is. But if it's 70, then whatever. I mean, 10 more levels. But when we do that, apparently we do that, and then we do Torment 2, and apparently it'll only take 10 minutes for you to get to level 70.
See, that's really cool, because I have a monk that's like floundering around level 20,
Yeah.
something like that. Like I think I got all her skills,
Yeah.
but she's still like low level, and I want to level her up.
Yeah, Monk's fun. I think all the classes are fun. You just whatever you just choose what they do.
Yeah, and I would love to like get my hands on a what do you call it? A barbarian. I've never played barbarian.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Yeah,
Crusader's another one too. I haven't picked up.
Crusader, I think I might have touched for like a minute, and I was like, but I mean that's the thing. Like early game Diablo, honestly, not very fun.
Yeah, no,
like,
especially if you'd like
solo,
like play it again. Yeah, solo.
Yeah, not fun for me personally. I don't like playing that game where you are gaining abilities as you level up because that's not the game.
Slowly.
The real game is the loot game. No, I'm serious. Like that's the real game. It's like
true.
And like if you're getting loot that's under 70, it's no matter how good it is, it's worthless. You know?
Especially if you're going through like the story. Like you already saw the story once already. You don't really need to do it again. But I think there's like different modes, which I had never touched.
Yeah,
really.
adventure mode is the way to do it because then you get bounties and then
cool.
And like those are basically like quests that give you XP and items and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's you have to go through all that though, like story wise. If you have a fresh account, a fresh game, you have to go through the story mode first in order to get adventure, I think.
See, now I'm worried because you're going to play Nier Automata at some point, right? And that's not a game that's like very loot heavy. There's like maybe 14
that game's
weapons.
Really good though. Like
it's excellent, but it doesn't have the loot grind. It doesn't have that.
I'm not necessarily based on the whole loot thing. Loot thing is always something I like, but it's not something that drives me to keep playing the game.
They have
kind of does.
The most loot I think in Nier Automata that you can get is from the DLC because it gives you these challenges, and if you beat them, you get I guess chips are kind of like loot in Nier. You get different chips that you could equip on yourself, and that they have different properties. And
but is it like a random
it is random. Yeah, it's random.
Okay, cool.
And there's like better ones, like chips all cost something in there, like overclock, like that's the one where it slows down time if you dodge perfectly.
Cool.
That costs whatever it costs, but if you get the diamond version of it, it's the cheapest possible. So if you fuse 2 diamonds together, then you get the next level up of the diamond still. So it's the cheapest possible chip, So you want to get the cheapest possible so you could, because you only have a finite amount of room that you can store chips into yourself, So
unless you get a chip that increases storage capacity.
No, you can buy storage capacity for like gold or whatever it is. I don't know. Your money
is.
Yeah, not like in all in game. You can't.
Yes, of course.
Pay for But
now, how rude would that fucking be?
But video games do that. There's tons of video games that do that. Like, you can buy extra gear. But I was playing something recently, like last year.
For solo, like strictly solo, like there's no multiplayer at all.
No, it might have been multiplayer. It might have been like some like MMO type thing, but it was like.
Yeah, it's like
it's still.
Whatever, but like I'm saying, like if it's a single player game, and how rude would it be if being like, but it'll be for this amount of gold in-game currency, but you could buy our rubies, which is you could add it to your single player game, and you could buy it with those instead.
So here's a game I play.
Rude would that be?
So there's a game I play pretty much almost every single day of my life since I've been playing it. It's called Bubble Witch Saga, and I'm on the 3rd one now.
Oh my god!
I haven't spent a single cent on Bubble Witch Saga, right?
Good.
Like I just haven't felt the urge to, but they do stuff like but they do stuff like
about temptation.
You get like this this gold, and I haven't gotten a single piece of gold since they gave you gold in the beginning of the game or whatever. Yeah. I don't know how to get gold except for buying it. I think that's the only way you can get it.
Yeah.
And if you get gold, you can spend it on stuff like let's say you run out of bubbles at the end of the level and you only need two more bubbles, right? You can continue to play if you have gold. Yeah. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's a single player game.
Yeah.
Bubble Witch Saga, that's a single player game.
Though, like, mobile games like always have that type of thing, like free mobile games. They always have that, like,
and it's free. Bubble Witch is a free game, so I understand it. I'm not like,
it makes sense.
No, they're evil, but I mean, it's fine. Like, we know they're evil. We already know they're evil when we play them. So, of course, they're going to try to get money from you the way that they, can best get money from you. But, I mean, at the same time, like, I'm not going to spend... Like, I have fun playing that. Like, sometimes... and it has an energy system, right? And you can spend money to get more lives. Like, it's all that stuff. But, like, I'll play Bubble Witch Saga for, like, 2 weeks on one level that I just can't beat, and I'm fine with that. I never get too frustrated. I'm just like, oh, looks like I didn't beat it. And then one day, like, because you do earn a different sort of thing throughout the game, like you earn fairy dust or whatever, and you can spend that on rebuilding your house. It's really stupid to have this thing where you're building a house. But
in Bubble Witch?
In Bubble Witch, yeah. But like every like piece of the like property you build, like if you build it, like, so you build like a bench and then it'll take 4 hours to complete, and you could speed that up with gold, but I never do.
Classic.
But then like 4 hours later, or like a day later, maybe 2 days later, I'm just like bored, I'm like reading something, so I open up Bubble Witch and then I see, oh, my bench is done. And I click it, and then I get like a loot box, and the loot box could have either fairy dust or like a special bubble that you can use at any time, and it's like this special explodes a bunch of bubbles around it or shoots in a line, whatever. And I'll use those, but I've never bought them. You could buy them, but I never bought them. And I'll use, after 2 weeks of playing, I get like this new bubble that I can use, and then so I'm playing that one level that's like giving me a hard time, and then I use that bubble and I clear it, and I'm like, all right, cool. That's like a little bit of progress. Like that's how I play that game.
Yeah.
Do you know what the saddest thing is to me about that?
What's that?
So so they have a social system in that game, right? Where there's other players that are playing.
No, I think I know where this is going.
And they're friends, like you're friends with them or whatever, and like you can get money, or not money, sorry, lives. You can ask them for lives, or you can give them lives. And that's fine. And it's like a way to connect people or whatever. And you see them, like you see their names pop up on your map, and it's like, oh, you passed Yara, you got further than Yara did, or you could take a picture or whatever. And I don't know, and I see like the like
just like in the bathroom, just take a picture.
no, not a picture outside. No, but like a picture in the game, like a picture of that. And then, but like, when I look at that, like, sometimes I look at their scores, and I'm like, dang,
the game, aren't they?
Like, you must be paying, right? Because I'm never going for 3 stars or whatever. I'm just trying to beat the level and move on. But like, sometimes people get like, a crazy high score, and I'm just like, either this person's like very good and lucky at Bubble Witch, or they paid.
Yeah, pay to win.
And like, since you see their photos, and you could see some of them are actually just grandmas, I feel like these grandmas are being robbed by Bubble Witch.
Yeah.
And I'm like disgusted.
Yeah.
And I still will play Bubble Witch because it's fun. But like, I am just like, oh, you evil game. You suckered these people. Oh, maybe you suckered them. They could just be very lucky, but
yeah,
it feels like they suckered
just
them.
feeding on their temptations.
Right. I mean, but then again, everything's evil. Blizzard's evil. Overwatch is evil.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I saw those dance emotes for this new event or the new skins you got, I was just like, oh man, I have to get those. It's going to be a limited time. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get enough coin.
Gotta do it. I feel like they might do a thing, but by the way, should we mention a little about Overwatch real quick and how they're doing their On the 23rd, they're gonna release their anniversary stuff or whatever.
Oh, I'm gonna be working. Cool. Or I mean, I'm not gonna. I have that day off, and it's the day after my birthday.
Really? Mm-hmm. I thought you said you are gonna be working.
I'm working on my birthday, but that's the day after my birthday.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be on 23rd. Cool, nice. That's probably why you're off.
Yeah, for Overwatch, of course.
Yeah, of course. Everyone in GameStop is just gonna not be at work. But yeah, no, Overwatch is having an anniversary event, and we're all invited. There's gonna be new skins. There's gonna be new emotes, and whatnot.
There's a new game mode.
Yeah, and new maps too. Like not even one, like 3 or 4.
Yeah, well, it's for the new game mode. So did you hear about the game mode?
I didn't. Is it like a team deathmatch type thing, or
I don't know. It's called Arena.
It sounds like team deathmatch.
But I don't think it's gonna be like Echo Point, where it's like the one life thing, because there's health packs and stuff in this. Mm-hmm. So I think it's different from that 3-on-3.
That's crazy. That is literally crazy.
Well, it's not like confirmed. It's not literally crazy, and it's not confirmed either.
I mean, you're just throwing a new objective game mode.
We don't know how simple
it's official, right?
Yeah.
Like if you play quick play, that's going to be added into it, correct?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe. I think it'll be part of the arcade. I don't think it'll be part of. Could you imagine? That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're gonna change quick play and competitive from what they've been doing. I don't just because I think people would be mad, right? Like if there's new mode.
That's why I'm saying it's crazy, because like now everyone has to learn this new thing, casually and competitively.
No, I think it'll be like an arcade.
Okay. If it's that, then that's okay.
Although, honestly, that'd be nice if they had a team deathmatch sort of mode that was competitive. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
It's become like a Quake or an Unreal Tournament type.
Yeah, like team frags. Like whoever gets the most like kills by the end of the match, like wins. You know, or whatever. Like, and you respawn. It's not just like one and done. But like then like. I don't know. It would change the dynamic of the game for sure. Yeah. I think you'd see a ton of Roadhogs all the time. People who are really good at getting picks. Widowmakers would be really valuable if they're a good shot.
Yeah. Soldiers. It's basically Call of Duty again.
Yeah.
They're just making a Call of Duty.
You'll have a lot of Soldier 76s. But it'd be really cool to see a team on the other side who play super defensively. Symmetra, MA, whatever. And just get the kills they need, but like keep themselves alive the whole time. They have healers. And I wonder if like Mercy, if she does a resurrect, if it like negates the kills that they would have gotten. That would be really cool.
Good question. That's like in Battlefield 1, that's a thing. Like they have their like little team deathmatch type thing too. Mm-hmm. And then whenever you revive someone, it actually takes off a death.
Yeah, they also, I think it was a Call of Duty had this where it was not really a kill if you kill someone. You have to go and get their dog tag. And if your team member gets the dog tag before they do, then they have it. Right. That doesn't count for them. So you have to get the tag. So you have to confirm the kill,
That's Black Ops.
Yeah, I think one of the Black Ops, yeah. I think that's a pretty cool. I like that mode. I think it's clever because it's like you being a sniper and just camping isn't gonna help as much as because you need people there. Yeah,
you gotta get down and dirty.
Although someone could figure it out and be like, "I'm gonna be a sniper," and you run out there and pick up the attacks.
Yeah, with a shotgun. I'll watch your back.
Do you remember that Titanfall? One of the Titanfall modes where you had to get money and put it into like a bank.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like that one. That's like a similar concept, but that one I felt like it was annoying.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, that's I mean like that, but that's just like a weird like thing. Like that's a weird like that's not a meta objective game that no one ever really plays too much. So it's like it's hard to like switch from like team deathmatch to that.
Right.
Normal.
Yeah, like capture the
But
flag.
I can understand it. Like when I first played it too, I was annoyed, and I'm pretty sure if I play it again, I'll still be annoyed.
Well, and I mean, I think Titanfall 2 has really good mechanics. Like, I think it's a really well balanced. Like, I love that game. That was a really fun game for the few weeks we played it. No, and I mean, like, honestly, like, you know, first person shooter multiplayer games, like, live and die by, like, you know, in moments, right? Like Overwatch. I'm still playing it 1 year later. Titanfall 2, you know, I played it maybe, you know, 3 weeks like into it, right? But I mean, I don't think they're vastly different in terms of like how much enjoyment I got. I loved Titanfall 2. I thought that was really fun.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know what kept me from wanting to continue playing it.
I don't know. I don't know either. I think for me, I think it's still the whole like leveling. Like grinding system.
Yeah.
Like keep leveling or whatever.
I don't like that in shooters. And I mean, I don't really
things
like
are locked out to you unless you like pay to like.
That's true. Yeah, and I mean, like, yeah, you're right. That's like in Overwatch doesn't have that. You don't have like a you have a profile level, I guess, but it's more like a number than anything. It's just how many times you've gotten loot boxes. That's all it is. Yeah. And in Overwatch, like, a good thing that they do is every character is exactly as good as the person who plays that character is. There's no special thing you can unlock for Zarya where now her bubbles, you know, need to take twice as much damage to break, but you can, the cooldowns are like longer or something. Yeah, there's nothing like that for Overwatch. And that's good because it keeps that balance perfect, you know? Yeah. And that's honestly like I'm gonna bring this back to Injustice 2, but that's the thing about Injustice 2's like non-competitive fighting that I'm kind of weirded out about. Because what happens is if you do a player versus player match that's not ranked, what they do is they I think they level up to the highest person. So it's like if I have a level 8 Superman, but I'm fighting a level 16 Batman, I think my Superman becomes level 16. Yeah. But my gear stays whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So like, so I'm not going to be doing tremendously less damage, but I still might be doing less damage, you know, than the guy with the better gear. Like if he's higher level, he's probably going to have better gear, right? Yeah. And like, you know, also different effects. Like sometimes the gear you get like abilities, like at level 10 and 20, I think you get 2 different abilities for the characters that you can equip, which like drastically change something. Like, you know, it gives you a new move in some cases, but like I feel like as a fighting game that would be bad, you know, like it's fun to mess around with, but like I'm really glad they have the competitive mode, just like Overwatch has this competitive like, balance. Like it's like, and I mean, I'm sure they're gonna tweak Injustice just like they do every fighting game, you know.
Just like keep rebalancing.
Yeah, they're gonna be like
buffs and nerfs.
Supergirl's eye laser is, you know, too strong. You know, we're gonna nerf it. I'll be mad, but I'm sure a lot of people who fight against Supergirl will love it. You know. Yeah. Or you know, I don't know, whatever. But like, you know, and that's a big thing I do want to talk about when we talk about video games and we talk about nerfs and buffs, right? Yeah. And patches and fixes and updates and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. That's like the game culture that we live in today, right? Yeah. No game is static. Every game changes constantly. And I don't just mean like, oh, this game has bad frame rate. Let's fix that in a patch. I mean like, like the way we designed this ability in this video game is making it so people play this character more than they play this other character. So we're going to change that ability and we're going to change this up, you know, whatever.
So that way the players will now play this character and this character isn't like OP anymore.
Exactly. Like Zarya. I remember a big thing with Zarya was they lowered how much damage buff she gets from her shields. Yeah. So like nowadays when I play as Zarya, I feel super weak. And I feel like when I'm fighting against a Zarya, they die super easy. There's no more super scary Zarya anymore. You know what I mean? Like, which is fine if it's in terms of balance, but at the same time, I feel like less people play Zarya now. You know, it's like, and I mean,
well, that's true. That is true. I don't see a lot of Zaryas.
Right? I mean, I don't think she's like bottom tier, but like, you just don't. I don't think she's as important as she used to be, because she used to be she used to be the character that you have to be careful around. If you are firing blindly and you power up Zarya because of your mistake, you can make it so you can't win.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, yeah, if you power up Zarya, no big deal. You just kill her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One bubble won't really do it. Like one bubble before her nerf used to do a lot of damage. Now if
I think you could get 100.
Yeah,
she could get 100.
It's 50% for one bubble. Now it's 40.
Yeah. Okay, that's what it is. So both bubbles, you get 100. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. So like, that's like a big change. And like, what I want to talk about with changes like that is, when we talk about video games, when are we talking about like let's say in
just like game, like just the game itself, and not like their patches.
Like if we're talking about Overwatch 10 years from now, we talk about how good it is and whatever. What are we remembering? Are we remembering vanilla Overwatch? You know, when Reaper was OP, and you know, or are we talking
Bastion's OP when he had a shield?
Yeah, or are we talking about like, you know, Overwatch from 2019 when they, you know, patched out McCree's, they patched in McCree's High Noon to be faster, or you know, whatever, you know, or like you know, Doomfist, you know, punch you back to spawn ability no longer punches you back to spawn, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like like games aren't static anymore, so we can't like when Street Fighter 2 is always Street Fighter 2 is what I'm saying. Like Street Fighter 2 is never patched. Street Fighter 2 isn't completely balanced, but it was never patched, right? Because it was before patches.
Right.
Like they had updates, which kind of I think rebalanced things. See, but that's weird. But and then we distinguish it. We call it Street Fighter Turbo. We call it Street Fighter 2 Turbo. We call it Street Fighter 2 whatever.
It's not like the company. It's like the community that call it that, right? Or
no, the company, like the other versions of Street Fighter 2 that had Cammy and, you know, Fei Long and stuff, like those had different names, you know. And so like Overwatch is only going to be called Overwatch. We're not going to call it Overwatch Hyper Edition because it has Sombra and Orisa, you know, like that's still just Overwatch with these new characters and all the balance changes that they made. So like in the future of, you know, Injustice 2's like, you know, 50 balance tweaks later, like are we, when we talk about Injustice 2, are we talking about the most recent one, or are we talking about the game? Like when we read a review of a video game, I know this is a weird tangent. I'm sorry.
I can see where you're going.
Yeah,
right?
like so. This is my point, right?
It's not original anymore. It doesn't. Overwatch is not going to be the same today as it is going to be on Tuesday. Because everything's going to be changed.
Overwatch is the example I'm going to use just because it's so like fresh still, and it's been a year, so it's a good good thing to talk about because it has had a lot of balance. Tweaks.
And it's progressed from now, obviously.
Right. So Overwatch, if someone who's never played Overwatch wanted to buy Overwatch, would reading reviews of Overwatch be helpful in any way? Because the game that exists that you buy today is a different game from the game that was reviewed 1 year ago. Same with Diablo. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like these games have changed. So like, what's the value in a review for Overwatch or Diablo? Yeah,
it could be bad. It could obviously
or it could be different. Like the review might give you an idea of something. Yeah. And then you play the game and that doesn't exist in the game anymore.
Different. Yeah. It's all depending on the person that's going to buy it too, right? Because they might see an article or a review that is years ago.
Yeah. Like I mean, okay, what if Overwatch had a review and one of the reviews said like all the maps are really cool. Okay, all the maps are great. There isn't a single dud in the queue, so no matter what map you end up getting next, you know, you still have a fun time. Now, let's say someone bought the game today. That was before Eichenwald came out. What if they hate Eichenwald? What if the reviewer would have hated Eichenwald? You know, but like, that wasn't in the rotation or etc. Right. Anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
hard. I guess it would pretty much. You would have to the player. I'm pretty sure us gamers will try to find the latest patches. And unfortunately, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think that's pretty much how we us gamers are now at this point. We're not.
But that's also
not new to patches or anything. Well, it's like a normal thing now.
You know what? Another scary thing though is video games, right? Like Overwatch obviously is a multiplayer game, okay?
Yes.
But yes. Nier Automata has had patches. And The Witcher 3 has had patches, right? If 20 years from now, if I want to play The Witcher 3, and I just, I have my disc or whatever, I put it in, it's there's a chance that it won't get the latest patch.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe you don't have internet.
Yeah, maybe they just don't have the patch available anymore, right? Because that's got to cost someone something.
Right.
Right? I mean, that's got to be on a server somewhere. 20 years from now, where are they keeping Witcher patches available on a server, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they will. Maybe the game's that popular, but maybe they won't. And and so a lot of those features that you might have gotten from the patches might be lost in the future.
Yeah.
Which is another danger of patching things in later, right?
I feel if we're talking about PS4, Xbox, I feel like Xbox and PS4 specifically have those data banks or whatever, or those patches or those updates.
Yeah,
those are not necessarily going to be lost.
But Xbox and PS4 has only been around for what, 6 years maybe now. When did it come out? Even 6 years? 7 years?
I feel like it's a bit longer. Is it?
PS4?
Oh, PS4. Well, I'm saying Sony and Microsoft.
Oh, yeah, no, the 20-some years. But no, I'm talking about these consoles themselves. Because once the PS5 comes out, PS3 games, right?
Yeah.
Old PS3 games. If I want to play an old PS3 game right now, let's say my PS3 isn't ruined as it is and I can play it easily. The effort to keep these older games working perfecally isn't there as much. I don't think. I don't know. I haven't tried it.
I mean, it would make. I could see how that would make sense because why would if we were a gaming company or not a game company or a update patch person, why would we keep servers up for a game that's outdated?
Yeah, or let's say the licenses run out or something, with
Well,
Alan Wake. Remember, Alan Wake's licenses ran out.
Yeah, that needs to be renewed or anything or something, or else it's just gonna be gone.
Am I still gonna be? Are the patches for Alan Wake still available on Steam?
I mean, even if it isn't, you're just gonna have a non-patched version, and I think that's just it.
And that's
what the game just becomes the game.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The non-patched version, the day one game. Should be an excellent game. Should be the best.
It should
game.
be. It should be. Okay, so I see what you're saying because it sounds like these games are not finished.
A lot of times they're not. A lot of times you get the game and it needs a day one patch because it can't hold a frame rate or it can't.
Yeah, because most of these patches aren't like nerfs or buffs. They're like single player games specifically. I think they're graphical. Bug fixes or just bug fixes in general, right?
Right. I mean, but they're and they're big sometimes. They're big deals. Sometimes the games
Armada,
barely playable.
I guess is it's 20 years from now, if someone wants to pop in Armada and the patch isn't there anymore, they have no chance of having that beautiful graphics update or not update, but
you mean Andromeda?
Andromeda.
You said Armada.
Andromeda.
There's a Star Fox Armada.
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember if that came out or not.
GameCube.
But either way, they're probably gonna end up just having the straight up vanilla day one release version. Mass Effect.
Yeah, unfortunately, people 20 years from now are gonna play Mass Effect the same way I played Mass Effect, which is a horrible, buggy mess that's got potential. But if they fixed that Mass Effect. which they should. I'm not saying you shouldn't fix Mass Effect because it already came out and you ruined it. I mean, you did, but you should still fix it because there's people who still could play it, right?
Obviously, they're listening. Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Like, I mean, poor them. Like, their studio, Mass Effect. Did you hear, Keo? Mass Effect is like kind of canceled right now. The franchise is postponed.
I did not know.
Yeah,
that, no.
because of this blunder of Mass Effect Andromeda. Because of how poorly it was received and sold, it's no longer like a franchise that they're pushing. EA.
Wow.
So I mean, who knows? Like, they didn't say, they didn't sell the franchise off or whatever. It's not like gone forever. It's just like the likelihood of us seeing another Mass Effect game is slim.
It's pretty low. Like, we're not gonna see Armada or Andromeda 2.
Definitely not gonna see Andromeda 2 for sure. Like, we're definitely not gonna see a sequel set in the Andromeda galaxy. But like,
I could see what you're saying though. Like, these patches are pretty much defying like games like up to date. There's no static to them at all. That's correct. I mean, it's dynamic for sure.
And I mean, I don't know how much it matters in our lifetime because like by the time me and you die, I'm sure we could still play like any of these games, like, but I'm talking like then when I like really think about like preservation and history, like, think about,
it's gonna be lost like at some point.
Well, I mean, like, what is it? Like, there's some statistic out there, and I know 99.9% of all statistics are incorrect, but
yes, correct.
But there is a statistic out there about how many movies have been lost since film preservation, like silent films and stuff like that. And I think we have like a very small number of all the movies from that time, like available to us today. Like we lost most of them.
Yeah.
And I mean, video games came out like close to the internet. Like, video games started becoming a thing closer to when the internet was a thing, right? And I don't know how many games we've lost so far. I'm sure we have lost a bunch. Just like,
well, we probably did. I mean, and they're really recent too. Like Scalebound.
Oh, well, that never came out. Yeah, that's
but
true.
Like, we'll never have a chance. Alan Wake is now going to be one of the new ones. That will definitely be lost. I
mean, as long as
like there'll be
there'll
now be a limit of people have it now. Like, you're not going to be able to buy it.
True.
After what was it? It was last week, right?
Yeah.
On Monday.
And I mean, I have it on my Steam account. Right,
and we might literally be the only two people that have it now.
No, I mean, definitely, like, people can't buy it anymore, which is crazy. But I mean, I don't know, what could they do?
It's locked onto our Steam account, right? So we could download it whenever.
We can download it whenever, But
okay,
no, now this is a good question because see, PT for PlayStation, that you can't download it.
Yeah.
If you have it, you have it. If it's on your PlayStation, it's on your PlayStation. It's on my PlayStation, but I can't delete it. I'll never delete it. Not because I ever want to play it, but because if I delete it, then it's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't delete PT. I can't like Alan Wake I can delete, but it's on a server still. They just can't sell it anymore, right? Because of licenses or whatever. All this stuff is crazy. Like, no one there's people out there today who
I don't think this is something that no one ever thinks about though. Like, I mean,
I think people think about this stuff.
I haven't, and every time and you mention it, and now I want to, only because of the fact that like I like not history, but like I do.
Okay,
well, whatever.
Well, I mean, okay, if you are interested, and if listeners are interested, there is the Game Preservation Society, I think it's called.
Interesting. Okay.
It's one man, but like I think it's like funded by like the public pretty much.
Right.
And I think he's like doing like I think he's cataloging video games, from like way back. It's starting from way back.
He's trying to go all the way back to the roots.
Yeah.
To Palm.
And he's like cataloging everything about games, like from the advertising things about video games to like whatever. And like trying to find lost games or like, like different debugs and whatever. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But like
patches and stuff and too, like updates?
Probably. I don't know.
Jeez.
But like,
well, I mean, yeah, he wants to try. It sounds like he wants to preserve every nook and cranny of every game. So.
And I mean, I think it's a recent thing, right? This thing, and I'm sure it's going to grow. It's going to get more people working.
The more words, the word spreads.
Yeah, it's not going to be just one man, running this. But like, hopefully, like, by the end of my lifetime, the Game Preservation Society is still around, or like a different preservation society. But like because of the way games have been sold, and like because of the way things have been commercial, and like how piracy has been very much like demonized in game culture. Again, game cultures, emulation and stuff is like frowned upon, right? But it's like emulation is a great way to keep video games like in their form alive, right? Like honestly, like the chances of me finding a Super Nintendo, like and all the games I want for Super Nintendo, like or like the way how easy it would be for me to get a Super Nintendo with all the games I want on it right now, compared to like getting an emulator of a Super Nintendo with all the games I want out right now. You know what I mean? Like it'd be so much easier to do the latter, and like. I don't know. It's interesting to like think about this stuff. But I mean, honestly, like Alan Wake is an interesting case for me because I've been thinking about it a lot. Like, what are they going to do if they don't renew that license? Like, could they just remove the licensed music in the game? Would that still count as the same game?
Yeah. Well, I think they just can't. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Like, that's
are movies that way?
They have to go. They would have to go to everybody's like game though and take it out.
Well, no,
I'm pretty sure it's not like.
I mean, I'm wondering, like, are movies that way? Like, like Apocalypse Now has.
I'm pretty sure they like have a much like it's like. I'm pretty sure it's not like a timed thing. I'm pretty sure it's bought permanently for that movie.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, right?
Wait,
what is it?
You touch my tongue.
No, that's definitely not it. It's
I don't know.
That's I don't know that name of the song. Anyway, that was a horrible example. What am I trying?
I think it has like little bongos or whatever.
Okay, let's think of it.
It's like a sex. I don't know, a sex initiator.
Sex initiator.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna think of a better example of a movie with a more recognizable song. Oh wow, why is this hard? Okay, Watchmen. Okay, the movie Watchmen.
Yes.
Garbage Watchmen adaptation. Has, I just had to throw in my editorial 2 cents there. Sorry, Zack Snyder.
Okay.
It has Bob Dylan's like Times They Are Changing or whatever in the beginning of the movie. There's like a Leonard Cohen song in there too. Those songs are trademark songs or whatever, right? You have to get the licenses for them, whatever. 30 years from now, I could probably buy a Blu-ray of Watchmen or download it digitally on YouTube, right? Like, why? Why is Alan Wake not? Why can't I do that with Alan Wake?
See. Again, I that is weird to me too, because I didn't think that when you bought a like copyright claim or like copyright or whatever for music, I thought it was just like
permanent.
Yeah, I thought it was permanent. I didn't think it was gonna be something that only lasts for like a few years and then you have to renew it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this up actually because I'm so curious about it.
I mean, only because like I kind of work with like that before. As a YouTuber, you try to find any cheap, free alternative that you can, and all you have to do is just make sure you mention the name of the song to the artist, which is interesting because what if the artist at some point decides, you know what? No, fuck it. You need a signed license by me, and you have to pay $2.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think there's probably like copyright laws that are specific, right? But like, so Remedy hasn't renewed licenses for the music in Alan Wake, but like a bigger company like Rockstar, right? Rockstar Like
Rockstar has a
like
whole
think about
bunch of,
Grand
like,
Theft Auto.
Yes.
Like how
All of
many,
them.
you know, you got everything from Dr. Dre to like, you know, Willie Nelson or whatever, you know, right? You got like so much music in Grand Theft Auto 5 even alone, right?
Yeah.
Are they paying for all of those yearly? Like,
yeah, that's it's weird to me. I don't remember. I don't know.
Because I do remember like when they re-released some video games, right? They re-released like they got like Tony Hawk HD. I remember came out a couple of years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that had the same song like soundtrack as the original game. I think it's
why isn't that taken down?
Well, the original game wasn't really available digitally. It was a disc-based game for the PlayStation 1, right? So, like, and I don't think you can get Tony Hawk 1 on digital stores because I think it's the music. I think the music is the thing. I think a lot of games that had, like, specific music from back then is hard to find, like, on digital stores, you know?
Man, you should probably buy, like, Alan Wake on disc, like, right away. Maybe.
Well, I mean, I don't...
Those are going to be, like, pretty profitable, like, over the years then. Because if you can't download it digitally, like, buying it physically is probably going to cost more.
I wonder if anyone's done that. I wonder how much Alan Wake is, like, on Amazon or something.
That is true. Maybe it's gone up.
Or eBay.
Can we even see... eBay is the devil, but you could get some money out of it. So.
Let's see. Alan Wake on eBay.
Can they even sell it?
Can they sell it? I mean, I'm sure you can sell it. Okay.
Open box and new. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm looking for Alan Wake on eBay.
New is $60.
Damn. Oh no, here's one for Xbox 360. It's $24.95.
$24.95. That's used.
Yep.
Good condition.
This one right here is the Alan Wake bundle for Steam. It's it's going for $9.95. There's the
PC edition.
Yeah, there's a bunch of copies of Alan Wake going for like $14.99 and stuff.
Yeah.
So it hasn't gone there yet. Like.
Yeah, no.
But I mean,
but there's only 16 in stock on Amazon for literally the bundle, right? It says American Nightmare and Alan Wake PC game. That's going for $10 over here on Amazon.
Wait, so
now,
they
we probably
still
shouldn't say this.
Wait, why?
Because now there's only 16 left. If anyone actually listens to this,
oh, I mean, I hope they buy it. Honestly, I hope our listeners buy it because I'm obviously not going to do this because I don't.
No,
have the.
I already own it.
I don't. Yeah, and I don't have the wherewithal to like. I'm not one of those people, right? I can't have that. I'm not the type of person who can buy like 50 of the same statues just so I can make a profit on it, you know, or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I just never have done that, even though like it's probably like profitable. I just haven't done that.
To me, it's more like a collector type thing. Like I have something that's very rare, and for some reason, it feels good to have.
Well, I have shit that's rare for sure, but I don't keep it in any good condition. Like. I have a Joel and Ellie statue from The Last of Us Collector's Edition, you know? That thing, like, shit, it's all dusty. I think Ellie's gun is kind of broken. You know, like, I have, like, and I look up how much that goes for, you know? Joel Ellie statue.
Yeah.
Like, let's see.
Oh, my God.
So this thing, if I click shopping on Google, it goes for... It doesn't even pop up. eBay. Let's see.
Joel and Ellie. Statue. Nice.
Oh, yeah, Pandemic Edition. $250.
Whoa, my God. $1,000.
Wait, $1,000?
$950. $75. New.
Oh, wait, $548. This is the one I have. The post-pandemic edition. Yeah.
Yeah.
$550, $749. Yeah, look at that. If I bought a bunch of these,
bruh, new.
But I didn't.
New. Like if you had it unopened.
Oh my God, this one.
$1,000.
I'm looking at it. $1,115.94.
Well, I'm seeing one for $5,000.
Okay, so that's ridiculous.
And this is still Amazon, and like Amazon compared to like eBay is still kind of like. Weird. I think it's eBay's a little more like user. Amazon, you have to get like approved through like Amazon first.
There is this pretty terrible statue of Samus right now on eBay that's going for $500, $429.
Is it like on purpose? Like,
no, I'm sure it's
is it like a defect.
No, I just think it looks ugly. But
Okay.
I'm sure it's like official or whatever.
If anything's like if there's ever like a office defect or whatever, or like whatever, those apparently they cost a lot apparently.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like if there's like a weird miscolor or something.
Yeah.
I remember
Luigi's like legs were like his arms or something, if I remember. And his arms were his legs or something, and then that cost a lot.
There was that weird amiibo, remember, where Link it was like the first Link amiibo, and the plastic stand that holds him up was yellow and it looked like pee. I think they like made it different, like for later ones.
Yeah. Man, it is definitely gonna be weird, like throughout the years, and seeing like games disappear. Although we're gonna have the preservation, hopefully, still have the game preservation dude still keeping his data.
Yeah, I hope it's more than just that one dude. I hope it's like
oh yeah,
and I hope publishers and stuff help.
Yeah,
you know, like game publishers. Like I want Namco Bandai to give a copy of everything Dark Souls related to the Game Preservation Society. You know, I want
that would be very scary.
Activision,
like 30 years from now,
like
Dark Souls is like for some reason no one remembers.
Well, yeah, and it's like you need to keep all this stuff. You know, you need to keep and like and share. You know, I get. Here's the thing, I get Dark Souls. No, not even just piracy, like money, right, and like effort, right. But like at the same time, like
history,
knowledge. And like right now,
ideas.
Right now, Dark Souls is very fresh to us because we've just played it. But
but it's ended. The Dark Souls like series has ended.
30 years from now, it's going to be a retro game, right?
Yeah.
Dark Souls is going to be a game that people look back on.
After Code Vein 7 or 3.
Well, you know what I was thinking of, right? Metal Gear Solid. The first Metal Gear Solid, which is the third Metal Gear game, but it's the first one I played for PlayStation 1. That game came out in like 1998, okay?
Oh, man. Okay.
1998 is like, what, like 19 years ago?
Yeah.
Wait, is that right? Shit.
No.
No, I think it is.
1998, 19 years ago? Wait, yeah. No, you're right. Wait.
That's insane. Metal Gear is almost 20 years old now. Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear is over 20 years old. But anyway, that game is like a butt ugly PlayStation 1 game. It's a retro game, right?
Yeah.
Like that was cutting edge when I played it.
Yeah.
That was like, when I played it, I remember thinking, whoa, video games are like better than movies now. Like that's like my thought that I had. I was like, Mom, look at this video game I'm playing right now. Doesn't this look like a movie? Like I said that. And she was like, yeah, it's really like a movie. That's crazy. That's that game. Like, so I've seen it in my lifetime. Like Dark Souls, Injustice 2, fucking No Man's Sky, whatever the hell. Like, they're all gonna age. Like, they're all gonna age.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see it, like, you know, years from now.
Yep.
We gotta continue this conversation again in 20 years.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to.
We'll have to.
The podcast is gonna be. It's still gonna be going.
Obviously, it's gonna still be going.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about what Borderlands 5 is gonna be like.
Yep. Code Vein.
What are we talking about? 20 years from now, they're gonna have Borderlands 5. Get out of here. They're gonna have like Borderlands 7.
Yeah. That's weird. Well, we're gonna talk about like how old it is, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about how weird it's been since movies started rebooting all their Marvel franchises, just like the comic books. We're
gonna talk about how everything's VR now, and you don't really have to put a stupid like heavy thing on your head now. You just put a chip on the side of your head, and then you're just in there.
Jaden Smith was a really weird choice to play Wolverine, but I like it.
Yeah, we're just really just plugging that in. I mean, this is good. I think this is a good conversation to keep.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I think that's all the time we have now.
All the time we're ever gonna have.
The Binch Bros.
Just kidding.
We'll never be able to talk about this again until 20 years from now. It sucks.
But hey, I really recommend Injustice 2 for everyone.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just started thinking about the mortality of video games. It really freaks me out.
It's like a inevitable doom. Like, have you thought about your inevitable existence?
Yeah, and I mean, like, obviously,
now it's like game existence.
Everyone's thought about their own death and doom, you know. But like, I think this like maybe
now there's another level.
Yeah, this is one of the first times I've considered like entropy of the highest order, which is video games. Like, you know,
it's just ideas. It's just the disappearance of ideas is scary.
That's true.
Ideas is history.
That's why you love memes so much. Well, what's gonna happen to all the memes, man?
Yeah, memes.
Every single meme.
There's gonna be a meme. There's gonna be a meme about that, and then hopefully that meme will carry on.
Think about this, Keo. Like the thumbs up guy, or the not this thumbs up, but the
one that like does its head thing.
No,
points at his head.
You know, that anime one, the best GIF ever thing. That like Sailor Moon picture, or I don't know. What's another meme? Like the girl who laughs about the fire, or like the fucking Rick Roll, Rick Astley's.
Yes, classic meme.
Yeah. Those are going to be like gone, or either that or only the biggest memes are going to remain.
Yeah. That's just going to happen.
True.
Memes don't last that long anyways. Whoa. That's the problem.
Yeah, but that's genes. Look at that. That's why they're memes. The strong ones that's why we still have Rick Astley's Rickroll. Like that's why people still bring up All Your Base Are Belong to Us more than they bring up hundreds of other video game memes.
Yeah. Damn. That's the strongest survives. Classic thing.
Classic evolution.
I think that's gonna be. I think that's just gonna be it. Because if we continue, we're just gonna keep going in a circle here. Because like I'm already. Yeah, that's too crude. Anyways, thank you for listening, everybody.
I'm laughing at something the listeners have no idea about right now.
Nope. And we'll talk to you later. You guys can find us on Binch Bros on Facebook and Twitter. Just look up Binch Bros. We love you. And remember those games.
Oh, and also, you can catch me at twitch.tv/badfriendsbrigade, which is an ironic title now because it'll just be me probably. But I will be streaming something at some point. I don't know when or what. Just keep your eye on it. Maybe I'll stream Injustice. Maybe I'll stream.
You'll get that.
What's another one?
Notification.
Grim Fandango.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys later.
All right. Cool.